Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. Tootsie is a 1982 satirical romantic comedy that was directed by Sidney Pollack, and it stars Dustin Hoffman. The supporting cast includes Pollack, Jessica Lange, Terry Garr, Dabney Coleman, Bill Murray, Charles During, George Gaines, and Gina Davis in her debut. The storyline goes that New York actor Michael Dorsey is a talented perfectionist who is so hard on himself and others that his agent can no longer find work for him. After a soap opera audition goes poorly, Michael reinvents himself as actress Dorothy Michaels, and he wins the part. What was supposed to be a short-lived role turns into a long-term contract. But when Michael falls for his castmate Julie, complications develop that could wreck everything. The character of Dorothy originally did not speak with a Southern accent, but in doing research, Dustin Hoffman discovered that his voice fell more closely into the range of a female pitch while doing that accent. He tried out his role as Dorothy by passing himself off as his daughter's Aunt Dorothy at her parents' evening at school. His performance was said to be so strong that he actually convinced the teachers, and that no one really suspected that he was a male. He took the role completely at heart, and he became this woman. The crew was real hesitant to give him any bad news on the set when he wasn't in drag. They said he was much nicer as a woman. The cinematographer of the film was initially opposed to Dorothy's character wearing glasses because the reflective nature of their lenses tended to hamper lighting crews and make it more difficult. After some tests, though, it was decided that the glasses added a real distinct, flattering dimension to Dorothy, and it made Hoffman's prominent nose less obtrusive and feminized his personality more. Hoffman's 2-hour makeup preparations included shaving his legs, arms, and the back of his fingers. They also taped back his facial skin to tighten his features and installed daintier-looking false teeth. No amount of makeup, though, could conceal Hoffman's 5 o'clock shadow for very long. He could only be filmed for about 3 or 4 hours at a time before they had to repeat the process. The working title of the film was originally Would I Lie to You? But Dustin Hoffman suggested the title Tootsie. Tootsie was the name of his mother's dog. The actors and the actresses were told not to approach their characters as comedic characters, but as dramatic ones that were in a funny situation. The director Pollack said that no one ever laughed during the shooting of any of the scenes of the film. It only was funny because of the story structure. Dustin Hoffman first got the idea for the film while he was working on Kramer vs. Kramer from 1979. He felt his character in that film had to be both mother and father, so he started thinking about how to play a man and a woman. Several scripts later, and several writers, and a few directors down the road, this movie was the end result. The director Pollack had originally wanted Dabney Coleman to play the role of Dustin Hoffman's agent. During a conversation that Hoffman had with Pollack, Hoffman wanted to know what forced his character to wear a dress and pretend to be a woman. Pollack's response was that if he didn't, he would never work again. Hoffman replied that he wouldn't put on a dress if Coleman told him he would never work again, because Coleman was a fellow actor, and he wouldn't believe him. Because Pollack was the director, Hoffman insisted that he would be the only one to convince him to wear a dress. Still, the director Pollock refused to play the part. So Hoffman got on the offensive. He sent him red roses every day with a note that read, "Please be my agent. Love, Dorothy." He kept this up until Pollock agreed to take the role. Jessica Lange has always credited Sidney Pollock with guiding and shaping her performance. She states that he has almost impeccable taste about what's right and what doesn't work right at all. She always felt that he did something with her performance in the editing room to make her character more interesting. Terry Garr has made some statements about working for Hoffman that kind of make him look somewhat difficult. She states that if you argue with him on something that he wants his way, and you finally say, "All right, we'll do it your way," he'll say, "No, I don't want you to do it my way until you like doing it my way." It's not enough to give in to him. You have to like what he wants too. Dorothy Michaels, played by Dustin Hoffman, tells April, played by Gina Davis, that she thinks of all the younger actresses as her daughters and states, "What kind of a mother would I be if I didn't give girls tips?" Gina Davis recalled that since this was her first movie and she was very young and inexperienced, Hoffman acted much like a mentor to Davis during the shoot. Davis was so inexperienced at filming a movie that she didn't realize that she didn't have to come to the set on the days that she was not filming. One piece of advice that Dustin Hoffman gave her was that he thought that she was going to end up moving to Hollywood and be successful there. And he stated to her that your co-stars are going to try to hit on you. He told her, "Whatever you do, don't sleep with them. It's a bad idea." He even told her what to say to get out of the situation when she was being hit on. He told her to respond by saying, "I would love to," and be very flattering when she said it, but state that she was afraid that it would ruin the on-screen chemistry between them. Davis remembered this, and she later used this tactic when Jack Nicholson actually hit on her. Nicholson's response to her was, "Oh my God, where did you get that line?" Tootsie was a major critical and financial success and was the second most profitable film of 1982. Take a look back at this great classic. It's always a fun watch. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.